Oh shit! Hey, what up, guys? It's Jay here, and we back with another fucking Luffy versus Naruto reaction slash debunk. Cause why the fuck not? Uh, as you can tell, this man has a Luffy hat on at the very beginning of the fucking video. Like this nigga's Bitmoji has a obviously. I should start out by saying no actual disrespect to whoever the fuck made this video. I think it's Stein something. Obviously, I'll leave his link in the description below if I truly feel like it. But yeah, obviously no actual disrespect to bro. I'm not really about to start no beef with this man over no fucking anime opinion, right? I still gotta take my ass to work in the war to do all that shit like a regular human. I am not a neat. I'm not about to sit here and really beef with this nigga over anime opinions, right? So obviously, much love to whoever made this video. Once again, link in the description below. Even if his opinion is not valid, the creators in the anime community is really what makes the anime community. With that being said, I'm about to shit all over this man's opinions.
Hey guys,
All 59 minutes of this shit. Why is this shit an hour?
Steinixos here. So today we'll be talking about current Wano Luffy versus adult Naruto. Now right off the bat, I know a lot of people come into this discussion with deeply entrenched beliefs about who
You clearly did not try to hide your biases though. Like you can't really start saying people have deeply entrenched beliefs while you're wearing a fucking Luffy hat, and you probably clearly favor Luffy over
they
Naruto,
think
bro.
should win. Now regardless of your personal feelings on the matter, my goal for this discussion is merely to try to
Then you better not bring your personal feelings into this, Brody. You better talk about all the high level Naruto shit. There is a star in Kaguya's realm. If I don't hear that shit at least once, all
represent
right.
both characters as accurately as possible and then give my take on this topic. And of course, as usual, there'll be no equalization between verses because Haki and Chakra are two separate things.
I
So with
discussed this
that
already.
said, let us get into the video. Now, just as a gentle reminder, I think we should quickly go over the difference between attack potency versus destructive capacity. Now,
Uh, just to do that briefly in probably a way better fashion than him. Attack potency pretty much just translates to jewel values, not so much the actual area of effect an attack has. It also translates to the caliber of character you can injure. So, like, if a character can tank star level fucking destruction feats, and then you come on and stick that nigga and he dies immediately, obviously your AP should scale to star level, even though you haven't destroyed stars or whatever. Um, Unless you have some form of durability negation, which will probably come up in this video. And let's see what else. Destructive capacity is just exactly what it sounds like. The
destructive
area of effect, like your attack has, the destructive capacity of an
capacity
attack.
typically describes the scale of an attack, like how big of an area can this attack damage. So for example, here we have the buggy bomb, which is a cannonball explosive that can destroy multiple buildings with ease. And buggy specifically tells us that it can destroy an entire small village, which for now we'll use as synonymous as a small
Why the fuck do I believe Buggy's lying ass? This nigga is not a credible source. This nigga is constantly hyping his own bullshit up. I do not believe anything Buggy says. Right? The same people who believe this Buggy cannon bullshit with no proof, other than him destroying a couple buildings, which is not a city, will also go, "Oh, Kurama's not planetary. That statement don't mean shit." But this does. This does. Okay, well, okay,
town
fair
in
enough. If we just going off statements, Brody, I can get this nigga. Naruto just is outer if we're going off state. All right, no, I'm bullshitting.
one
No,
shot.
but yes, there is a beyond dimension statement in Naruto. So if he really wants to go this route with this buggy town level fucking cannon, I can use any of the Naruto statements, right? That literally can or can't be valid because he didn't even. I don't even think he's gonna provide proof for this.
So
Let's keep
assuming
listening.
a standard small town size, we would say a buggy bomb has a small town level destructive capacity because it can literally destroy a small town in one shot.
Why literally? Why can Buggy, the most cap nigga in the show, not be speaking figuratively? Let me ask you that. Why is this video so fucking stupid? All right.
And note carefully, the in one shot part is very important because obviously less powerful explosives
Obviously, I don't believe, bro. I don't believe you or this nigga. Show me him destroy a town right now, since statements are apparently not valid, right? They're just the statements alone just aren't valid actually. If they were, nigga, everybody would probably be a fucking world-ending, god-busting demon, nigga. Like, what? All right.
could also destroy a small town if you use multiple of them, but that would be the combined destructive capacity of all the explosive used, not the destructive capacity of
He went as far as to track out this one shot shit, right? But he didn't ask himself, is Buggy lying to me right now and hyping up his own dog watered bullshit? Possibly. Did we have actual calcs that translate this fucking canon as outputting town levels of energy? Not to mention it says a little village. Why the fuck does that translate to a small town in our real modern world? It probably wouldn't really. Like fuck, and a lot of people argue the One Piece world is bigger. Sure, you can do that, but you'd have to argue the average size of towns are bigger in general, right? It's probably a lot harder to fucking do, right? I'm not saying that that little portion is impossible because that's why I mentioned it last, but it's just not valid the way he's
any
presenting it here.
single
But
explosive.
why not? This Loki might be worse than
Now,
IDC's
attack
video.
potency, on the other hand,
It's an
speaks
hour long.
the effectiveness of an attack. How it relates to destructive capacity is that the attack potency of an attack would be the destructive capacity that the attack is equivalent to. So for example, here we have Luffy casually kicking Buggy and clearly hurting him. Now we know that Buggy is durable enough to take a Buggy Bomb head on without any damage whatsoever. So even though this kick from Luffy wouldn't have a literal small town area of effect of a Buggy Bomb, we know that it is still at least as strong as the Buggy Bomb, being that it is able to hurt Buggy, who can tank a Buggy Bomb with no damage. So we would say that Luffy's kick has an at least small town level attack potency.
See, he's applying attack potency correct here. It's just like no, we wouldn't say it has a literal or attack potency based uh dual output value of town level at all because really there's no proof the fucking buggy cannon is town level based on what you just showed me, brother. And even if he was, Kid Naruto in the Land of Waves arc shits on
So an
dude.
attack doesn't literally
Like, did y'all not watch the show?
need to destroy a specific large area for us to say
Does this look like a town to you? It's not even vaporizing it's just blowing holes through the buildings. The buildings are still intact, yet he's probably comparing this bitch to a kiloton nuke from World War II. You should have probably he's probably comparing this to the Moab, nigga, the mother of all bombs. Like it really don't make sense when I'm seeing this. When I'm seeing this shit blow through
that it has a
buildings
specific attack
and
potency.
not destroy towns.
And an attack with
The buildings are still intact too. Like they just got holes in
a
them.
much smaller area of
Maybe there's a panel after this where they're just like on the ground and fragmenting and shit. But literally, if I would probably calc this, I'd get like city block level, if not just like calking for like the fucking area that was just blown like through. You feel me? It's clearly not like vaporization or it's clearly fragmentation because we're seeing large trucks of the building. So if I were to calculate, it wouldn't come out to that much. Like I'll state it in the video if you want me to calc this shit because I'm doing it.
effect can
Yes,
be
sir.
much stronger than an attack with a much larger area of effect. Now, let us talk about the combatant's physical parameters, starting off with stamina. So in terms of stamina,
You just started out with AP. You just started out with AP. You can't start out with stamina after what the fuck?
what we are generally asking is how long can they fight for while going all out. Now, given that most ninjas in the Naruto world rely on jutsus, their stamina is largely dependent on their chakra reserves, which is the
This man better not say that Naruto's stamina is worse than Luffy's.
energy
He just better not say that shit, bro. Cause I'm gonna remind y'all of some shit. In fact, I probably don't even need to remind the smart ones here, right? Y'all know how long that man Naruto fought on the field of war. All
resource
right, let's
needed
go.
for these jutsus. And at an even deeper level, a regular chakra itself is a specific energy that
Oh, and let me just say something about this fight real quick. Um, if over 50% of Luffy's body is saturated in water, he loses power. It's not just if he's submerged or if he's sunken or if he's drowning. If 50% they get weaker in the bathtub, nigga, how the fuck? Water jutsu water clone. If it's fast enough to tag Luffy and get 50% of his body wet, it's over with for that nigga. Toby Rama could do it.
that is formed from the specific combination of an individual's spirit or mental energy.
I'm sorry. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna take that back. I do think that 50% water shit is true, though. I swear. Like I even happened in the movie, even though it wasn't canon, it was very lore consistent with One Piece. Like, and niggas try to say all day that it wasn't, but I've seen One Piece. Niggas can't lie to me. All right, let me stop.
Energy and their physical energy. So you can see at a fundamental level, chakra is intertwined with a ninja's stamina. Now Naruto being a Uzumaki means that
Yes, it's also intertwined with the soul. You see how niggas ignore that portion though? You saw he's probably not going to mention that throughout the entire video, even though he just said a spiritual level, and then he only mentions the fact that it's has to do with physicality as well as spirituality, your soul. That chakra is spiritual, and that all types of bullshit hacks stem from that alone, my nigga. I'll explain them
he
later.
was already born with
Trust
a
me.
chakra
I'm just
reserve
gonna wait
that
till
is
he mentions
higher
this shit.
than most ninjas. Kakashi describes Naruto without even taking into account the nine-tailed fox as having 4 times more chakra than himself. And
Very early on in the series too, and also chakra amount doesn't translate at all to actual destructive capacity of AP. Well, it does obviously, but obviously Naruto's lost all of his chakra at once. It all just exodus from his body, like he just sharded that shit out or something, right? And it blew a small, like it blew a big ass hole in the moon, right? But we've seen Biju Damas pretty much do more damage than that if we just calc it out. You feel me? So like Madara with his meteors was doing more damage than that shit, and Naruto was like throwing Rasen shurikens at him in fucking six path sage mode, right? And blowing them up like it was nothing, right? Like, oh, they're bigger than last time. I might as well blow these bitches up too. Fuck is you talking about? Like, you feel me? So it's not a 1-to-1 ratio at all. If that's what he's gonna try to pull, I'm gonna debunk that right now. Because we know if you're able to focus your chakra, the more you're able to focus your chakra, the more damage your attacks are just gonna do. Point blank period, right? This is why Biju are literally stronger when they have host. Because Biju are stupid, probably with the exception of Kurama, and they can't actually focus their fucking chakra. And they just sort of throw it around. And they say this about the Ten Tails as well. I'm throwing all these scans up, my nigga. Like I don't even know where y'all get these like I ain't the chosen
when the
Naruto
nine-tailed
killer.
fox is
All
taken
right.
into account, Kakashi describes Naruto as having 100 times more chakra than himself.
Which is a lie. Which is a lie. Because we know Naruto utilizing half of the Nine Tails tapped Kakashi on his fucking shoulder and gave him a 3 times amp on top of 200,000 other ninjas, nigga. It probably wasn't 200,000 literally, but like it was clearly a small portion of his chakra, right? It's much more than 3 out of 100. We can just see that based on how much he amped the other shinobi there, and you can obviously take into account that Kakashi himself was probably worth a couple thousand of them, considering he's equal to Akatsuki members. He can literally fight Kakuzu and all them niggas, right? And they can take on thousands of shinobi verbatim, niggas. So like, uh,
So even
I'm having too much
as
fun.
a child, Naruto was able to carry out the high chakra cost, multi-shadow clone jutsu to produce thousands of clones of himself, when this would be impossible even for an elite ninja such as Kakashi, who would struggle to produce and maintain even a few. And then, in addition to this, Naruto also gained the use of Sage Chakra. So remember, regular chakra is an energy formed from the specific combination of an individual's physical plus mental energy. And then Sage Chakra is an even more powerful form of chakra, in which you take your regular
Oh, he's
chakra
just using.
derived
I
from
just
your
noticed that it says mental instead of spiritual here.
internal physical
This
plus
is a
mental
different
energy,
translation, bro. I hope this is Viz.
and then add the energy from your external surroundings called
If this is
nature
from
energy to it. As
fucking
Gamakishi describes, it is like
mangaseed.com, I swear to God.
adding
All right.
mint flavor to your already chocolate and vanilla ice cream. Now, in addition to making all forms of jutsu stronger, Sage Chakra also gives Naruto added stamina due to the fact that this form
You
of
see the little
chakra
stones here? It also gives him a form of transmutation, right? Because these frogs were all people attempting to master Sage Mode, and they all just over time turned into big fucking stone frogs. We see Naruto himself utilize the same fucking technique. But like in the opposite, like he didn't turn into a big stone frog that died. He turned one of the pains into it because they were absorbing his energy. So it gives him like a weird form of transmutation.
chakra
Unless you're like an Otsutsuki and you're just like immune to all forms of
incorporates an
chakra poisoning or
external
something.
energy source to the mixture. Thus, his internal physical and mental
And yeah, chakra poisoning is real. Like chakra is poisonous in certain cases. Like here, it turns you into a fucking frog if you don't use sage energy. Like if you don't maintain it properly, right? Or if you just can't maintain it properly, it turns you into a fucking frog and causes just like grotesque mutations, right? The curse mark was a form of sage jutsu and it caused grotesque mutations. The nine tails chakra is literally just stated a poison greater than fucking um what is Brody name, bro? Whatever that nigga name is, you know what I'm saying? With the Sasori, that's his name. Yeah, yeah, Puppet Man. Yeah, him. Yeah, his shit literally degraded cells, and like Kurama's chakra is more poisonous than that. So like, he has a bunch of hacks just from having chakra. People act like chakra is just like some fucking stupid aura. Like I don't even know what the fuck they think chakra is. Like it's just like it's literally just energy, and the jutsu are the only thing that are powerful. I don't know.
energies.
It's like because it's like uh, and I'll say this mostly in the context of Naruto versus Bleach as series, not really as characters. Um, because like people would just really hype up Ryatsu as like this all powerful, almighty, all you feel me, and then they like really downplay what chakra can do. Like it's just
Aren't used
sad.
up as quickly, and the Sage chakra also increases his recovery rate. So these factors together is why in the Fourth Great Ninja War, for example, after the Allied Shinobi forces had dropped from their initial 80,000 to 40,000 troops by the end of the first day, Naruto was able to share his chakra with all these remaining 40,000 members. Even Hashirama was surprised by this and commented
So
that
yeah, the numbers are weird. Like I've seen calcs that place to like 70,000. Etc. So it really doesn't. I don't really care about the numbers in that situation. It's still the point of that whole fucking scene was to show that Naruto has egregiously more fucking chakra than anyone else on the planet, except for maybe like this fake ass version of Hashirama right here that was an Edo Tensei.
Naruto with Kuruma had nearly as much chakra as himself. And remember, Hashirama is someone
And this is like a fatigued Naruto too.
who could fight for a full day against Madara. And even when Naruto is low on chakra, he's willing to duke it out hand to hand until he can no longer stand. Now Luffy is also a stamina powerhouse. This started from his early life, given that as a young child, his Navy Vice Admiral grandfather Garp routinely put Luffy through life and death training scenarios, like throwing him off a bottomless cliff or leaving him to survive in the jungle by himself
It's just
at night.
weird. Like I don't know why One Piece does this with its feats. Like sort of like shit on all of them. Like even the meteors Fujitora pulled down. Like I was hyping those up for a while. I was like, yeah, no, those concretely would place these niggas at blah blah. No, it's not true. It's not true. You can argue because this man Oda put an island in the sky. Why would he do that? He fucked up his whole feat. Now I can just say, oh yeah, he's probably just pulling fucking boulders down from a sky island and dropping it on niggas' craniums. It doesn't have to come from like the asteroid belt or the moon or something where star or where asteroids usually come from of that nature. Or like this nigga specifically, why was he just throwing cannonballs? I had this man split the ocean upon his ascension into One Piece. All right, let me
Or
stop.
tying him to a
Maybe that's just me wanting just overpowered, you know, generic bullshit. One Piece could be top tier. I do watch it. It's just like I don't know.
balloon and send
It's good. I don't dislike One Piece. I actually love One Piece. You feel me? I wouldn't keep watching this shit if I didn't. But like, god damn, bro.
him flying in the sky. And then throughout Luffy's current journey, we have seen where he has fought powerful characters like Charlotte Cracker and his Infinite Cracker warriors for over 11 hours non-stop. And even while fatally injured,
I like how he just said over a day for Hashirama and just wanted that to be the end of Naruto's stamina.
we see where Luffy, through sheer willpower, just keeps going until he gets the job done. For example, Luffy had a protracted battle with Hordy Jones, even while his blood volume was
Naruto fought for 3 days, or at least two in the war.
rapidly being depleted
Straight, nigga, no rest.
after
At
a
all period, nigga. Saw at least probably bare minimum 3 sunrises before he got to stop fighting niggas who were
fatal
vaporizing oceans and mountains and continents. Y'all remember when the Ten Tails showed up and Kurama started monologuing about that nigga lore? Oh yeah, he drinks oceans. He shits
bite from
mountains.
Horde.
What up,
And
Donald?
even
Don't
after
crash.
defeating Horde and in a
It's just
critical
like I feel like they egregiously downplayed Naruto's stamina there, but why not? Fuck it.
state, Luffy was still going all out, trying to destroy Noah, and he only allowed himself to stop and register his wound after he realized that Fishman Island was safe from Noah. And Luffy at this point was in such a critical state that after he stopped, he had to receive a blood transfusion from Jinbe. And in his fight against Katakuri, we again see where Luffy was fatally injured by Katakuri's spear of Mogura, which ripped off a significant portion of his abdomen, and he
I'm not really seeing a significant portion. I mean, Naruto lost his whole left, right, whatever fucking body portion of his body, his lung, when he was 12. And this is what this is whole cake island art, nigga. He ain't been injured worse than this. What's the scar still here doing here then? If this nigga has regen better than why does he have this scar here? If this nigga regen better than Naruto and the Nine Tails, what is this? He couldn't heal that shit up. Naruto would have healed it up. He lost his lung in the first fucking part of the series. Nigga, stop playing with me.
endured
All right.
this while also enduring a once
And he just got up and kept fighting that man. And then the Nine Tails' chakra hurt him more than losing his lung. And he just has to deal with that. He just had to learn to adapt to it when he used that shit. Because Naruto did use the Nine Tails chakra willingly when he fought Orochimaru and when he fought what's that nigga Clay Man, Clay Bomb Man. Somebody give me his name right now. Somebody give me his name. Datara. Him. Y'all know I don't really watch.
sided
No, I do,
beatdown
man.
for
I
the
just can't
majority
remember these
of their
fucking
over
names.
13-hour long fight before somehow miraculously managing to
Only
pull off
13 hours?
a win.
72.
And in Gear
Bare
5, he
minimum.
seems to be able to just force his body to get back stamina. We saw this in his fight against Kaido, where he started to get an aged appearance, seemingly related
He just deflated.
to his
For out of all the times, y'all could have just said this nigga deflated. He's rubber. Y'all could have used rubber as an excuse for something for the first time ever, and y'all said no. This nigga de-aged. No, he fucking deflated. I've seen Luffy uglier than this. Nigga didn't age himself. He didn't get no nigga deflated. All right, I'm fucking with
life
you guys.
force, or at least his stamina, being rapidly depleted as a side effect of Gear 5. But then Luffy just told his heart to get loud again, and this somehow completely rejuvenated him, allowing him to continue to fight. So now let's move on to
So
durability
y'all said that man told his heart to start beating again. That's crazy. That's crazy. Naruto told his lung to reappear in his fucking body after it was disintegrated.
and regenerative capacity. When we talk about durability and regenerative capacity, what we are generally asking is, what can
All the damage Delta did torturing that man, taking out his whole fucking inner organs and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just for that man to get up and re-heal himself and stop playing around. You know what I'm saying? And y'all still doubt that? Y'all still saying Luffy has better regen? Because he regrew a tooth and because he told his heart to start beating again, and then y'all said he re-aged himself. No, that nigga deflated. That nigga got droopy from he's rubber. His body can stretch. That nigga did not de-age. Or what the fuck? That nigga didn't even age in the first place. Let me
they
stop.
hold on against, and to what extent?
Is this my nigga Solaire, by the way? Cut the bitch like this? The shit.
Generally asking is, what
The flow of time is
can
called.
they hold on
Play
against,
Dark
and to
Souls, by
what
the way.
extent? I like to think about durability in two main categories: mental durability and physical durability. Mental durability can be assessed based on pain tolerance. Now,
Like niggas in One Piece literally take days to heal from shit Naruto would probably just straight up heal from. You feel me? You showing this nigga with a hand through his lung right now. You realize that, right? I pause this at the perfect. That man has a fucking hand through his lung, a hole in his fucking chest cavity. Luffy told his heart to start beating. Nigga, Dazai from fucking Bungal stray dogs can control the rate of his heartbeat as well. Does he have colder region than the nine-tailed fox? Like their logic really just doesn't make sense when you just put it in layman's terms, and they stop using all this flowery, stupid fucking language that they be trying to use, bro. Like, no, like this is why, why I stopped making videos, bro. I felt like I was deceiving you people. Like, no, I was putting in that work. Y'all just couldn't understand me, bro. So y'all kept saying I was using flowery language and nah, bro. All that shit was facts, bro. It still is, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm joking. Most of y'all probably understood that shit.
Now, even
Just not, just not the One Piece
as
fans.
a child, when Sasuke cleanly
I'm sorry.
pierced through Naruto's chest, Naruto seemed to be more sad about having to fight Sasuke than in pain. And
Yes,
as an
sir.
adult, we have seen where with Delta
Yes,
grinding a
sir.
spike through
Yes,
adult Naruto's abdomen,
sir.
Naruto was so
Yes,
composed
sir. Already better than Idea Shock video. I take it back. Hey, Steinex, Isos, Misos, you doing a little better
mentally that
than,
he could even
it's still
fake
bad
scream
logic,
and
but
act like he was in pain when he actually wasn't. And
yes,
when
sir.
impaled by multiple of
Look at this
Ishiki's
shit. Did he watch my last debunk video? I talked about all of this. I said, y'all see when Ishiki crucified this man?
rods, Naruto is
Pay
just
attention
casually
to it.
talking to Ishiki. Now, as it relates to Luffy, he has basically been through everything. As a young child, even when he wasn't enduring Garp's life and death training, or being abandoned
Now,
by
there's
Ace,
more things we can mention, like just Naruto having the capacity to hold in Nine Tails chakra around his body like a cloak, right? The shit literally melts his skin away when he fucking turns into the Nine Tails, right? That bitch don't just emerge. It removes his bones from his body, replacing it with its own bones, removes his skin, all that shit, nigga. Starts to get rid of his hair, all that shit, bro. Elongates his body, and not to mention, his fucking chakra is so poisonous it degrades cells. There's the scans. You know what I'm saying? Literally, Sakura could literally make antidotes for herself and cure herself from fucking Sasori's poison, which destroys every cell in your fucking body, right? And then she get tagged by one nine-tailed fucking tail, literally a tail, while he's not even trying to kill her shit, while he's fighting Orochimaru in four tails, and just the tiniest bit of his chakra, she can't heal that shit, bro. She can just heal her fucking cells.
to
I don't think niggas understand how deep that shit is, bro.
survive a
Right?
week in the wilderness by himself, he was still enduring things like getting beat up by an over 3 meter tall grown man with spike gloves
Naruto fought a nigga that was the One Tails
for
when he was 12.
hours non-stop without even ever giving them the information that
How
he
old
was
was
being
Luffy here,
tortured
bro?
for hours beat up by a week in the wilderness by himself, that
How old was
training,
this
or
nigga?
being abandoned by Ace to survive a week in the wilderness by himself. He was still enduring
Ace did this shit?
things like
Alright,
getting
I
beat
thought it was
up by
Garp.
an over 3 meter tall grown man with spike gloves for hours non-stop without even ever giving them the information that he was being tortured for. And throughout his current journey,
Yeah, this nigga Luffy a real one.
Luffy has been impaled on
God
multiple
damn.
occasions. He has been completely buried in current
Okay, so
journey.
let's go back and look at some of these. Yeah, Brody impaled here. That's just like a little finger. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's just a jaguar. He, put a finger through his body. I wouldn't compare that to Naruto being crucified, but you know what I'm saying? Little laser beam just shot through his shit right there. Naruto been hit with all types of laser beams that couldn't even pierce his skin. Naruto took a Chidori point blank range to the motherfucking face. Maybe I think it's implied that he blocked it with a true seeking orb in the manga, but in the anime he definitely just took it to the face. Like he literally just got slapped with that bitch, and it did nothing to his man. Now I'm gonna show y'all a clip real quick of what just basic Chidoris do. Y'all saw that shit, didn't y'all? Y'all saw that shit just evaporate meteors, nigga. Y'all saw that shit, right? I'm just saying.
Luffy has been
I'm
impaled
just
on
saying, bro.
multiple
I'm just saying. Apparently that shit cut through anything, bro. For using statements like buggy cannon can destroy towns. Kakashi might have him beat with cutting through anything. You know what I'm saying? Might be able to cut through concepts.
occasions. He has been
You know what I'm saying? If I'm using, all right.
completely buried alive. He has had all the moisture dripping
Now I have a real question for you. Like part one Gara versus this nigga Crocodile. Who y'all got, bro? You know what I'm saying, bro? You know what I'm saying? It might be a good one. You know what I'm saying? I think this nigga Crocodile body literally just is sand. So if Gara can control that shit, it might be over with for him. But I don't know how that works. You know what I'm saying? He might just be like the god of his own body saying shit, his own sandy desert body, dusty ass nigga. Gar's probably gonna win.
drained from his
I might make that video.
body. He has been frozen solid. He has had to withstand the effect of storing over 100 shadows in his body
Nigga, try one nine
when
tails.
even 2 to 3
You gonna mention this, but not Naruto storing 10-tailed beast in his fucking body? How dare you? How dare this dumbass video do this to me? 100 shadows, nigga, shadows. We what? We comparing 100 shadows to the Nine Tails? We comparing anything in Moria or bullshit dookie ass orc to the Nine Tails? I think the fuck not.
is enough to knock in
What was this dumbass, fake ass, scary ass, bullshit ass, trash ass arc called again, bro? This is my least favorite arc in the entire show. And I love Brook. I love that nigga Brook, bro. I love that song that man. It's y'all know what I'm talking about. That shit is fire. Binks, whatever the fuck that shit is called, Binks something, bro. That shit is fire. But check me out. This arc was not it. This shit was not it. Zora was doing some cool shit, but it's not. It was not it to me. Niggas was getting their shadows taken. I don't even know what's
normal
going on,
person
bro.
out
It's so
completely.
stupid.
And to top it all off, he has endured being
It did have some moments though, like when that dead nigga came out the ground and like Luffy just put his ass back under, bro.
coated with a powerful neurotoxin that paralyzes
You already know what I'm about to bring up. Why did this nigga mention poison nigga from Impale Down and not the Nine Tails chakra being the most corrosive, poisonous, fucking venomous substance on all of Earth? Why did he mention this poison man? Why did he mention this big fat demon fat fucking warden nigga? Alright, I'm probably gonna get demonetized. I have to censor all this shit, bro. Not all of it. Definitely not all of it. But look at Brody. I'm not liking the way this is turning out, bro. You mentioning poison man,
a
and not the Nine
person
Tails.
and makes them experience excruciating pain until they die, followed by being left in a frozen wasteland while experiencing this, and then sacrificing 10 years of his life to undergo a battle with himself while literally bleeding out his blood volume for over 20 hours before finally beating the
That nigga should have been dead. Whoa. Yeah, but he had medical
odds to
conditions, though.
recover.
Yeah. What did they say? How much of his blood did he lose? I could have swore they said 90%. And I'm like, yeah, no,
Sacrificing
that
10
might be
years of his
crazy.
life to undergo a battle with himself while literally bleeding out his blood volume for over 20 hours before
How much blood did the man lose?
finally beating the odds.
He's is Luffy's blood rubber? Let's go back.
Bleeding out
His shit flowing like water. Is his shit
his
rubber?
blood
Is it his blood don't need to be rubber, right? Because that shit would just like his liquid, it just take his shape no matter what, right? His blood don't need to just needs to be his muscle fibers, right? So does Luffy just have normal fucking blood cells that just pool and just are liquid? Is that what y'all telling me this nigga Luffy has normal blood?
volume for
Y'all don't know the significance of that, yo. Cause y'all been talking about this nigga. Oh, he can't have cells. He's rubber. The nigga has blood. He has blood cells. The nigga would just have cells in general. Oh the fuck if he is rubber? He's living rubber. All fucking living material is made of cells. Even Luffy's rubber ass. And that nigga clearly got a liquid, regular
over
blood flowing through his body,
20 hours
which is just blood
before
cells. Fuck. Like I'm so sick of that. Oh, you can't damage Luffy shit. Nigga, I've seen him get damaged in the show without hockey. Tell that shit to Luffy. He'd probably slap the shit out you. I'm sorry, he hasn't even gotten into that yet.
finally beating the odds to recover. So neither
How y'all doing now? We 34 minutes in. This gonna be a long ass video, and I'm 8 minutes and 48 seconds deep.
of these characters
I'm
have
gonna
any
shut the fuck
problem
up for a
dealing
little bit.
with pain. Now, physical durability can be thought of in two categories: intrinsic physical durability and extrinsic physical durability.
No, I've never heard of this
Intrinsic
fucking
physical
term. So
durability
say it. They could be real. They probably are. You probably just saying some shit. I really like this nigga fucking Bitmoji though. Got the cosmos in his face and shit, bro. Just, like take the Luffy hat off so we can see your big. Like you would look like what's that God nigga from One Punch Man? That's how you would look right now with a fit with the Slender Man fit on, bro. Take the Luffy hat off,
Ability
bro.
describes how the body responds to an attack that actually hits it when it is not defended using any special measures. So an example of this is Kaido, whose bare body, that is to say his natural body, without using the external coat of armor that is armament haki, cannot be damaged by normal blunt force attacks and trauma, like dropping 10,000 meters from a sky island, and cannot be
That confirms it. So Sky Island is 10,000 meters up. Fujitora is literally grabbing meteors from there and just dropping them on Earth. Yeah, like unless they're stated they come from space. I cannot find that statement for the life. If you have that statement that says Fujitoria's meteors come from space, go ahead and send that shit to me. Otherwise, the excellent One Piece world building in this situation has fucked the power scalers out of yet another dub. Because look, check me out, check me out. I love Sky Island, one of my favorite arcs in all of One Piece. That nigga Nail was so cold just to get bullshitted in what was basically a Pokemon battle against niggas his attribute did not work against. Like you feel me? So one of my favorite arcs, Luffy singing that dumbass song, lit, all that. Yet, but like, come on, is it not? Is that not a logical assumption? Could he not literally just be pulling these rocks down from Sky Island and not space? You feel me? It certainly would be easier on Fujitara's part. Why not do that shit? You feel me? You feel me? But really, that's just my personal thoughts on the matter. I'm saying it's plausible. He doesn't have to be doing that shit. Obviously, if there's some statement that says he's just yanking them hoes down from space, then yeah,
damaged by
I'll give it to that
piercing
man.
or slashing attacks, like
So I'm confused. What are they trying to say here? Like this nigga just can't be injured?
being placed under a guillotine or being pierced by a spear. Now, a
Why
base
would a
adult
regular
Naruto
spear affect
is
Naruto though
casually
either?
tanking kicks which propel him through a stadium wall and tanking an explosion which is strong enough to blast through a portion of their moon. So it
That
is
was his own explosion though. Like I'm mad at the Naruto scaling now too. That's not even a good feat. The nigga tanked his own energy. That's stupid. Of course, he's containing his own energy in his fucking body. Of course, he can do that. Bad feat for Naruto.